This is a demo of a finished product. If you hover on any of these images, you will see the animation effects. So this is what we are going to build in this video. I have a very basic HTML and empty CSS file. I have a wrapper section that has a class of gallery, and it contains all the divs. So each of the divs has a class of container, and each container contains an image and a paragraph. So first of all, I will use this CSS reset and a background color for the body, and I will use a max width of 1200 pixel for this entire page. So max width 1200 pixel, margin 0, auto to center align it, and I will also place all of these container tips side by side so it looks like a gallery. So display grid template columns, repeat. It accepts two parameters. First one is how many times you want to repeat. For example, I want to repeat 3 times, and the max width should be 305 pixel. But without this hard coding, I will use auto dash fit, and I will also use a variable min max, and it also accept two parameters. The first one is the minimum value, so I will use 305 pixel. It is the minimum width that a div should have, and maximum should be 1 FR without hard coding it. And if I save this and refresh my page, it looks like this. But if you can see that the image is much taller than it should be, and this last image is traced on the right side. So we need to use max width of 100% for every image. So instead of using inside this gallery, so I will use it in globally. So you should also have on any CSS file max width of 100% for images, so it can respond to the responsive viewport. So if I save this, it looks good. So that's it for it. And next we have a container div for all the inner divs. So I will target this in my CSS. So container, and I will position it to relative, so I can absolutely position the paragraph text and add a background color. So position relative, and for the images, so I am using SCS here, but if you are not familiar with it, this you can check this CSS file. So if you are not familiar with it, I will give you a link to download this template. Anyways, so for images are in by default inline block. So anyways, for this image I will use display block. So I will show you why I used it just a moment from now. And for the paragraph, I have a paragraph for all the divs. So I am selecting all these paragraphs inside the container div. So paragraph should be position absolute. That is why we selected position relative here, and position top should be 0, right should be 0, and bottom should be 0, and left also 0. If I save this, you will see that these images are these paragraphs are positioned over the images. So if you have all these top, right, bottom, all this center, yeah, all this 0, so you can write in one line, it's insert, so 0. If you save this, you will see that no, there is no changes. This is the same as this one. It also accept 2, 3, 4 units like margin. Anyways, and I will also use a background color, semi-transparent background color, RGBA, and in the demo you see a reddish background, but here I am using a blackish, so you can change it, for example 75%. If I save this, it looks like this, but and you see that it has a space on the top and bottom, so I'm going to offset the margin and padding that gets by default, so margin 0. So if I save this image, this is space has gone, but I will also use a padding. For example, I don't want this text to touch these edges, so this padding should be 10 pixel from top and bottom and 20 pixel from left and right. So if I save this, let me shrink my browser and editor, so I don't have to switch back and forth. Anyways, and I also want a white background color, white color for this text, so color, and for font size we need to bump a little bit, and much better. And we want this text so to center align on every images. So again, display grid, justify content center, to center it horizontally, and align item center. This has nothing to do with this animation effect, but it's good to know how I did it. Otherwise you may think that I have copy pasted this code, so that won't be educational. Anyways, and if I save this, it's perfectly centered. We also want this text center align itself, so text align center. So this is how it looks, and we don't want this text and this overlay background color in the normal position, so I will use opacity 0. If I save this, you will see that this text and background color has disappeared. So this is the normal position. This will look like, and for this images I will use an aspect ratio. So aspect ratio of I will use 3/4, that means 800 by 600 or something along these lines. But if you want to use square size, you can use 1/1. So with this in place, if I save this, it's there is no change because these images are also cropped in this portion. And aspect ratio and object fit cover. So you also don't see these changes because images are cropped this way, but I have an other image to demonstrate the purpose. So if I change one of the images to, I know that I have an image called vegetable. So if I save this and refresh this looks like this. But if I remove this CSS line, so it is stressed. So this is what it is. But also if I remove this line, it will look like this. So this is what it is doing. So we are taking this aspect ratio to equally width and height, and crop this image. Object fit is also cropped by go to the center. But if I want it to right, so object position to left, you will see that this image starts from the left side. Anyways, so I'm going to use center in my for my images. I don't need this, but I added this 3 lines. So if you have different aspect of images, so you don't have an issue later on. Anyways, so I'm going to change this image once again, and you have CSS for this text, images, and the divs, and now we'll write CSS for this over animation effect. So if I see this, if I want, if anyone hovers on the container, then we'll fire this over animation effect. So here is my container div, and I will write a hover. Again, if you don't understand this, you can it means that container, this is the same as container in regular CSS, but if you don't understand it, you can always check this CSS file. So this is this would be familiar to you. Anyways, and if anyone hovers over on the container div, then we want this p opacity. If you remember, we have an opacity of 0 for this p position. This is normal in this normal position, but once anyone hovers over the container div, we want its opacity to 1. So opacity 1, and if I save this and refresh this page, you will see that these images, the text and background overlay are coming back once I hover, but it looks like it's jumping. So we want a transition for this p text. So transition, for example, 400-500 millisecond is in should be good, but you can use any other effect, and also a cubic bezier. So if I save this, now it looks like slightly animating. So we will use different animation for these different images, as you see in this demo. So in my first example, I have a fade in animation. So it has a class of a blur. So let me write a CSS for this. So if anyone hovers on this container div, and then we images, and the blur should be filter blur, for example 3 pixel. If I save this and refresh, you see that this image is blurred. So we also want a slight transition for these images. So here is my image tag. So transition millisecond is in, I misspelled it. Anyways, so once again, if I save this, this blur effect also animating. Anyways, you have to write this only once. Anyways, and next in the I also have a class of fade for this first image. So I want this opacity for this fade class is to, for example, 0.95. So this is very slight changes. This might not be visible always, but if I change this to 5, then this will be visible. But I think 85% is good. And if we check this and see this one, it's very similar, just except for this background color. I used a reddish background color on this image, on this demo, and a brackish background color for this anyways, and this is now complete. And for the second item, if you hover is zoomed in my second div, it has a class of zoom, so I will use it here, or zoom transform scale, for example 1.1 should be good. If I save this, it looks good, but there is a problem. If I hover, you see that this exits the edges and brings to this previous div. So we want a overflow of hidden for this container div. So if I refresh this, you see that this problem has gone. So it looks good, and also zooming in. And for this second animation, we have a slide left. This is the image, and this is the class slide left. So I will target this in my CSS. So transform translate x should be 0. But if I save this, you won't see any changes. So because we need to set its normal position of is negative 100%. So before hovering, the slide left slide left should be translate negative 100%. So translate x means minus 100% means this will push this background color and the p tag by 100% to the left by its own width and by own width. So if I save this and refresh this, we'll see that it's sliding from the left. But if I change it to, for example, 800, so you will see these changes. It's start from here, but if you change it to 10%, you will see that it starts from here. So this is what translate how it works. Anyways, I will make it 100% and look like this. And for this fourth example, it slides from the right side, and in my HTML I have a slide right class, and if anyone hovers over the container div, I want this slide right to transform translate x should be 0 as well. And also I will copy this and paste it here and change this value to 100%. That means it will push it to the right side by its own weight. And if I save this, you will see that it's coming from right side. And for the next example, we have slide up. So in my HTML I have a slide up, so I will copy this and target in my CSS, and again I will use transform translate instead of translate x, I will use translate y here, because we are targeting with the y-axis. So this will be negative 100%. In this case it will be 0, and in a normal position this will be 100. So 100%. If I save this, and this slides from the top bottom. So in the next example, I have a slide from the top. So in my HTML I have slide down class. I will copy this and target in my CSS slide down. So transform translate y, this should be also 0 as well, and I will copy this and paste it here and change the value to negative 100 percent. So if I save this, that it comes from top. That negative 100 means that this background and this paragraph will be pushed to the top by its own height. So this is why it looks like it's sliding from the top. And in the last example, we have a grayscale, and in my CSS I have a class for this gray, and for this hover effect I will gray and filter grayscale, for example 1. It's fully, it means that it fully grayscale. So if I refresh this, you will see that this image will be black and white. So this is how it works. So this is the final example. It's now same as this demo. Only exception is the background color is reddish. But if you like to change this background color, you can pick any background color. For example, color picker. If I check this, and if I, for example, if I copy this and go to my CSS, so if I change this here and save this and refresh this, and this is how we can change this. So I will give you a link underneath this video, so you can download this template, and I will also include a link to my blog post where I explained some of the CSS properties, filter, grayscale, or something like that. Or you can also check this reference on MDN website. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks.